Good morning, students. Today we are going to perform an experiment, that is study of DC machine and its parts. We go through the different parts and we know the function of each part of that DC machine. Before saying any DC about any DC machine, we should know what is the DC generator. The principle of DC generator is based on Faraday's laws. Whenever a conductor cuts the magnetic field and EMF is induced in that conductor, that EMF we are using for as a current to the load. So before any study, we should know the parts of this machine, which is as it is. You see, the DC machine, the outer covering of the DC machine is yoke. The yoke has there are different parts of yoke. First you see this is the feet of the yoke on which DC machine is kept, or the total machine is standing on this feet. This yoke has, you see, there is one lifting point. Here is one lifting point. Here is one lifting point through which we can lift the machine and we can place the machine from one place to another place. So lifting point may be here, lifting point may be on the above of the yoke also, or on the sides of the yoke also. Then above this yoke, you see there is a part which is called the terminal box. This terminal box has connector through which we collect the voltage and current, and we give this current and voltage to the source for the functioning. Any source we are connected through this point. This is the terminal. This is the positive terminal, negative terminal, because it is a DC machine. So this source is connected to the connector, and the connector is connected to the what we called. This is called, you see, this is a part of that the connector is connected to this part. This part is called brush holder. This brush holder holds the brush. The brush is made up of carbon or graphite. The carbon and graphite, which is good conductor of current, they collect the current from the commutator. So this is the brush holder which holds the brushes, and the brush holder is connected to the commutator. The next part, you see, the brush, below the brush, this wire is there. This wire is connected to the pigtail, and this pigtail is connected to this connector. Next part, you see, inside the machine, inside the DC machine, you see there are 3 field windings. Actually there are 4 field windings, but here it is 3 field windings. Another field winding will be here. These field windings is nothing. They have, you see, the field winding is cut in this line, this structure. This is called pole shoe. The function of the pole shoe to circulate the magnetic flux in a poles are present. Here are one field pole, another field pole. There are 2 field poles, and the field poles have field winding. The field pole consists of silicon steel laminations on which the insulated field winding is wound. In this DC machine, we observed 2 field poles. The laminations are done to reduce the eddy current loss, and silicon steel has been chosen as pole material. This is the pole shoe. So pole material to reduce hysteresis loss. It was observed that all the 2 poles of the given DC machine were mounted on the inner side of the yoke, and also provides a path for field flux. Also the field windings of these 2 poles are connected in series. You see, there is a interpole here. Small part is there in this yoke, attached to this yoke, upper part of the yoke. This is called interpole, and the interpole has nothing but have winding inside it. Interpoles are small poles fixed to the yoke and spaced between the main poles. You see these main poles and it is spaced between the main poles. They are wound with few tons of comparatively heavy gauze wire and connected in series with the armature so that they can carry full armature current. The interpole winding helps in reducing the sparking taking place between the commutator segment and brushes. It reduces cross-magnetizing effect also of the armature reaction. Now we will move to the another part, that is called armature winding. You see there is this is the armature winding. The armature winding consists of laminated core winding. That winding is housed in the slots. Here these are the slots. You see one slot is there, and the winding is coming out from these slots. Each slot has one upper layer and one lower layer of the armature conductor. So the armature winding, all the machines has double layer armature winding. One layer on the top half of the slot and other layer on the bottom half of the slot. This arrangement ensures that the direction of EMF induced in the two sides of the coil are opposite to each other. So that there are two types of armature winding, that is, one is lap winding and another is wave winding. For lap winding, number of poles is equal to number of parallel paths, and for wave winding, number of parallel path is equal to 2. So now this armature path, this armature winding is connected to the, you see here the main part, these windings are coming out, and it is each winding is connected to the commutator. So this is the main function of DC machine. All the windings that are coming out from the armature slots and is attached to the commutator segment. This commutator segment and brushes. A commutator is nothing but act as a mechanical rectifier. It consists of number of coppers. So one copper you see here is present. One copper. The number of copper segments are there, and they are insulated from each other with mica sheets. Here you see these are the mica sheets are present. A thin sheets of mica are present in between the commutator segment. These coil sides of armature winding are soldered. These armature winding are soldered to these commutator segments. The brushes are made up of carbon and graphite, and their function is to collect the direct current from the rotating commutator segments and supply to the external load circuit through the pigtails and this terminal box. So these are the parts, and you can see, you can watch some of the parts here.